Okay, here we are for Algebra A2, 1-14, example number 1. So we're writing the equation of the line that's demonstrated, that's shown in this graph right here. So we know that the equation of my line is going to be a y equals mx plus b. And we just talked about in our previous notes that we need the m and we need the b. We need to find that slope and that y-intercept. So if I start by finding the slope, that first step that I'm always going to start with, finding that slope, I can either count, the rise and the run on my graph. By looking at this, I have my little person. My little person would be walking up it. So I know that first of all, we have a positive slope. So I better make sure when I put that in my equation that it's a positive number. Or they do give me those 2 points there. I could use those 2 points to actually really find the slope. So let's review for a sec. How to find slope with 2 points. There was a formula that we used, which was that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equal to my slope. So if I look at the 2 points that they give me, they gave me -2, -1, and 4, 3. So I've got my x, my y, my x, my y, and I'm just going to go ahead and set that up. So 3 minus -1 divided by, so I took from the 3 came from this point, so I need to take the x from there first. 4 minus -2. 3 minus -1 is a 4. 4 minus -2 is 6, which can be reduced to 2/3. So I have a slope of 2/3. So now that I've got my slope, I've got my m, now I can go ahead and, as my second step says, I can plug in m and one of those coordinate points to my equation that I'm working with over here. So I'm going to use this coordinate point over here because that's the one I like. And my slope was 2/3. So -1 is equal to, my slope was 2/3. My x was -2. And my plus b is what I'm going to solve for. That plus b is what's there. That's what I'm looking for. So -1 is equal to, and this is where you can jump to your calculator because why do math with fractions in your head? Parentheses 2/3 times -2. And again, repeating decimal, no bueno. So we're going to math frac that to get -4/3. -4/3 plus b. The opposite of a -4/3 is to add 4/3 or a +4/3 to both sides. And again, I'm just using my calculator here. So -1 plus 4/3. Remember, putting that fraction in parentheses. Math frac the repeating decimal. So my b value is equal to 1/3. So now for my final answer equation, I'm just putting that b value and that m value together in the equation. So y is equal to 2/3 x plus 1/3. Boom.